Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. And today I want to talk about the issue with licensing brands in Greenville. So, yeah, without further ado, I'm just going to get right into this. So basically, we all know that Fiat is coming to the game. It looked like Fiat 500 in the image. I could be totally wrong though. But we all know that Fiat is getting licensed after, it got removed from routine recently. Now, the problem is, people really don't want Fiat. A lot of people, from what I've seen, genuinely do not care. So they don't want Fiat in the game. And, that's understandable in a way. I know Fiat isn't really the most, fun brand in the world. But I also do understand, that licensing can get very expensive, y'all. Especially with, certain car brands. It does tend to get really pricey, and it's just really not feasible for a game like this. So I do understand. But here's the main issue with licensing. Let's go to the dealership real quick, and I'll kind of show y'all what I'm talking about. So you can see we got Audi. I see a lot of these. Jaguar. I see a few of these too. Definitely see Land Rover. Lotus, yeah, I see that one. A few. I've seen Paganis. But then we get to Renault. Tell me what Renaults you have seen recently driving around in Greenville. Exactly, none of them. So, at first when these got licensed, people were pretty happy with it, I think. People didn't mind too much, we got this 1980 Renault 5. We got the Twingo, which, pretty sure everyone bought because it was, 5K, and it doesn't even require a pass. This and this one, I've seen this one a lot, too. But then after a while, people sold them, and, yeah, you don't even see them anymore. So, people don't even drive them around, or let alone have them in their garage. And I see Sailing a few times. So here's the takeaway from this. The problem with Greenville licensing some of these brands is, for example, Renault. People don't really care anymore about Renault. So nobody really drives them or anything as much now, and any of those cars are really hard to come across, and yeah, it's just not really worth Greenville's time either, because licensing comes at a cost. They have to pay to have these cars licensed in the game, to use their logos, their car models, name, all of that. They have to pay to use this company's car in Greenville. I'm sure that makes sense to y'all, hopefully. I can't really explain that much better. But yeah, even Lotus, I don't really even see them often either. I have seen them a few times, like the Amira, the Vora, the Spirit, all that. But the problem is, people just got bored of that too, and it's just more harder to come across. So yeah, Greenville ends up wasting their time and their money on spending on a car license that people really don't even care about, or let alone even drive around, or even own in their garage. So yeah, that's kind of my personal opinion with car licensing in Greenville. I'd like to hear y'all's thoughts about this. And this isn't really to jab at the devs or the game as a whole, but it's just my personal thoughts about the licensing. And I totally get why people don't want Fiat. I do understand. But y'all gotta also understand that licensing does get expensive, and it's not easy. So, yeah. Anyways, though, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, consider subscribing to the channel, all that good stuff, and I'm out. Peace.